Black Friday shopping could land you in jail and you have no idea why. Here are 50 laws that will change how you shop forever. Subscribe to Freaky Laws so you never break a law you didn't even know existed. Black Friday is supposed to be about getting deals, fighting over discounted TVs, and maybe camping outside a store at 3 a.m. like it's a concert. But what they don't tell you is that there are actual laws surrounding this shopping madness that can get you arrested, fined, or banned from stores for life. Some of these laws are so ridiculous they sound made up, but they're real. And by the end of this video, you'll realize that Black Friday isn't just dangerous because of the crowds. It's dangerous because of what you're legally not allowed to do. Let's get into it. Most people think Black Friday is a free-for-all. You show up, you grab what you can, you fight for your spot in line, and you leave with a cart full of stuff you probably don't need. But here's the thing. Stores, cities, and even entire states have created laws specifically designed to control the chaos. And if you break them, you're not just getting kicked out of Target. You're dealing with actual legal consequences. The problem is that nobody tells you about these laws. There's no orientation, there's no handbook. You just show up thinking you're playing by common sense rules, and then boom, you're being escorted out by security or handed a court summons because you did something that seemed totally normal. So let's break down these 50 laws that could turn your Black Friday shopping trip into a legal nightmare. Law number 1. In Rhode Island, it's illegal for most retail stores to open on Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, you heard that right. While the rest of America is lining up outside Walmart at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving, Rhode Island said no. There's a state law that bans most retailers from opening on Thanksgiving. The law has been around for decades, and it's one of the few blue laws still enforced. If a store violates it, they can be fined. So if you live in Rhode Island and you're planning to start your Black Friday shopping on Thursday night, good luck. You'll be staring at locked doors. The funny thing is that this law was designed to protect workers and families, which sounds nice until you realize that Rhode Island shoppers just drive to Massachusetts or Connecticut to get their early deals. So the law kind of backfires because it just sends money to other states. But hey, at least Rhode Island employees get to eat turkey without worrying about stocking shelves at midnight. Law number 2. In Massachusetts, employers must pay workers triple time if they work on Sundays and certain holidays. This one affects Black Friday indirectly, but it matters. Massachusetts has what's called a blue law that requires premium pay for Sunday and holiday work. If Black Friday falls on a day covered by this law, stores have to shell out serious cash to staff their floors. That's why some stores in Massachusetts either stay closed or open later than other states. They're not being nice, they're just avoiding paying employees 3 times their normal wage. And if you're wondering why some stores have skeleton crews on Black Friday in Massachusetts, this is why. They can't afford to have 50 employees on the floor when each one is getting triple pay. So you end up with long lines, empty shelves, and nobody around to help you find anything. But at least the workers who do show up are getting paid well. Law number 3. In Texas, you can be arrested for blocking a store entrance or aisle during Black Friday sales. Texas doesn't play around. If you're one of those people who camps out in front of a store entrance and refuses to move, or if you park your cart sideways in an aisle to block other shoppers, you can actually be charged with obstruction. This falls under disorderly conduct laws, and while most stores won't call the cops unless things get really bad, it's technically illegal. The reason this law exists is because people were literally creating human barriers to prevent others from reaching sale items. Like groups of friends would link arms and block entire sections of a store. It got so bad that stores started working with local police to enforce obstruction laws. So if you're planning to camp out in front of the PlayStation display in a Texas Walmart, just know that you could end up in handcuffs. Law number 4. In California, false advertising on Black Friday can result in massive fines under the state's consumer protection laws. California has some of the strictest consumer protection laws in the country, and Black Friday is when they really come into play. If a store advertises a product at a certain price and then doesn't honor it, they can be hit with fines of up to $10,000 per violation, and if multiple customers complain, those fines add up fast. This law is why you'll see California stores put giant disclaimers on their Black Friday ads like, "While supplies last," or "limited quantities available." They're covering themselves legally so they don't get sued into oblivion. But here's the thing, even with those disclaimers, if a store only had 5 units of a product they advertised heavily, they can still get in trouble for misleading consumers. California doesn't mess around when it comes to protecting shoppers, which is actually kind of nice compared to other states where stores can basically do whatever they want. Law number 5. In New York City, stores can be fined for overcrowding beyond their legal capacity during sales events. New York has fire codes that limit how many people can be in a building at once, and these codes apply to Black Friday sales. If a store allows too many people inside and exceeds their legal capacity, they can be fined by the fire department. And we're not talking about small fines. These can be thousands of dollars. The problem is that on Black Friday, stores want as many customers inside as possible because more people equals more sales. But if the fire marshal shows up and counts heads and there are too many people crammed into a space, the store gets hit with a violation. This is why you will sometimes see security guards at the door of New York stores counting people as they enter and exit. They're not being difficult. They're literally trying to avoid breaking the law. Law number 6. In Florida, it's illegal to incite a riot, and yes, that applies to Black Friday shopping. Florida has laws against inciting riots, and those laws have been used during Black Friday events. If you start yelling things like, "There are only 5 TVs left, everyone rush now," and it causes a stampede or violence, you can be charged with inciting a riot. This is a serious charge that can result in jail time. There have been cases in Florida where people purposely created panic to distract store employees while their friends stole merchandise. When authorities figured out what was happening, the people who caused the panic were arrested and charged. So if you think it's funny to scream fire or everything is free in a crowded store on Black Friday, think again. Florida will charge you with a crime. Law number 7. In Maine, you can't use a shopping cart on public streets or sidewalks without permission from the store. Maine has a law that makes it illegal to remove shopping carts from store property without permission. This might not seem like a Black Friday specific law, but it matters when people are buying so much stuff that they think they can just wheel a cart to their car parked 3 blocks away. If you take a shopping cart off store property in Maine, you're technically committing theft. The cart is store property, and removing it without permission is illegal. Stores can press charges, and if you don't return the cart, you could be fined. So if you're doing Black Friday shopping in Maine and you're parked far away, you better make multiple trips or bring your own cart, because taking the store's cart is a crime. Law number 8. In Michigan, it's illegal to resell certain Black Friday doorbuster items within 30 days of purchase. Michigan has laws targeting resellers who buy up doorbuster deals with the intention of flipping them for profit. If you buy a heavily discounted item during a Black Friday sale and then try to resell it within 30 days, you could be violating state commerce laws. This law was designed to stop scalpers who would buy dozens of game consoles or TVs and then resell them at markup prices online. The way stores enforce this is through purchase limits and tracking systems. If they catch you buying multiple units of a restricted item, they can refuse the sale or even ban you from the store. And if you do manage to buy the items and resell them and the store finds out, they can report you to authorities. Michigan takes this seriously because they want actual consumers to get the deals, not resellers who are just trying to make money off artificial scarcity. Law number 9. In Georgia, pushing or shoving someone during a Black Friday sale can be charged as simple battery. Georgia has clear laws about physical contact, and during Black Friday, those laws are enforced. If you push someone out of the way to grab a product, that's legally considered battery. It doesn't matter if you didn't hurt them or if you were just trying to reach something. Unwanted physical contact is illegal. Store security and police work together during Black Friday in Georgia to watch for this kind of behavior. If they see you shove someone, they can detain you and press charges. Simple battery in Georgia can result in a fine of up to $1,000 or up to a year in jail. So before you body check someone for a discounted air fryer, remember that it could cost you way more than the money you're trying to save. Law number 10. In Illinois, using someone else's credit card to make purchases, even with permission, can be illegal during sales events. Illinois has strict fraud laws, and one of them involves using credit cards that don't belong to you. Even if your friend or family member gives you their card and tells you to go shopping for them, if something goes wrong and they claim they didn't authorize it, you can be charged with credit card fraud. This becomes an issue on Black Friday when people give their cards to friends or relatives to buy items for them. If there's any dispute later about what was purchased or how much was spent, the person who used the card can face fraud charges. It sounds crazy, but Illinois law is very clear. If your name isn't on the card, using it is risky. The safest way to avoid this is to only use cards that are in your name, or make sure you have written permission from the cardholder. Law number 11. In Ohio, stealing during Black Friday sales can result in enhanced penalties under theft laws. Ohio has laws that allow for enhanced penalties during certain events, and some jurisdictions apply these to Black Friday. If you're caught shoplifting during a major sales event, you could face harsher punishment than if you stole something on a random Tuesday. The logic is that stores are already dealing with chaos and increased theft risk, so the law comes down harder on offenders. This means that stealing a $50 item on Black Friday could result in a worse punishment than stealing a $100 item on a normal day. Some counties in Ohio have partnered with retailers to create special Black Friday enforcement programs where undercover security and police actively watch for theft. So if you're thinking about slipping something into your bag because the store is crowded and nobody's watching, just know that someone probably is watching, and the consequences are worse than usual. Law number 12. In Washington state, stores must clearly display return policies during Black Friday sales or face penalties. Washington has consumer protection laws that require stores to clearly post their return policies, and this becomes especially important during Black Friday. If a store sells you something during a Black Friday sale and doesn't clearly display their return policy, you can return the item for a full refund regardless of what their actual policy is. This law exists because stores were pulling shady moves like having all sales final policies during Black Friday, but not telling customers until after they made a purchase. Washington decided that wasn't fair, so they made it illegal. If you buy something in Washington on Black Friday and the return policy wasn't clearly posted at the register or on the receipt, you have the legal right to return it. Stores hate this law, but it protects shoppers from getting scammed. Law number 13. In Arizona, filming or photographing inside a store without permission during Black Friday can result in trespassing charges. Arizona has property rights laws that allow stores to prohibit photography and videography on their premises. During Black Friday, when everyone wants to film the chaos for social media, this law gets enforced more strictly. If a store asks you to stop filming and you refuse, they can have you removed for trespassing. The reason stores don't like Black Friday filming is because it can show things they don't want public, like overcrowding, fights between customers, or poorly managed sales. If you post a video of a Black Friday disaster at an Arizona store and refuse to take it down, the store can pursue legal action against you for filming without permission on private property. So before you go live streaming your Black Friday shopping trip in Arizona, check with store management or you might end up getting kicked out. Law number 14. In Pennsylvania, line cutting during Black Friday can be considered disorderly conduct. Pennsylvania has broad disorderly conduct laws, and line cutting falls under that category. If you cut in front of people waiting in line for a Black Friday sale, you can be charged with a misdemeanor. It sounds ridiculous, but the law exists because line cutting has caused fights and even riots during major sales events. Police in Pennsylvania have actually arrested people for cutting in line during Black Friday sales, especially when it led to violence. The charge is usually disorderly conduct, which can result in fines and community service. So if you show up late to a Black Friday sale in Pennsylvania and see a huge line, don't even think about cutting. The people in line will call you out, and if things escalate, the cops will side with them. Law number 15. In Nevada, certain hotels and casinos restrict Black Friday shopping events on their property without permits. Nevada, especially Las Vegas, has rules about commercial activity on private property. If a store or brand wants to hold a Black Friday event inside a hotel or casino, they need special permits. If they don't have those permits and they hold the event anyway, they can be fined and shut down. This law affects pop-up Black Friday sales and promotional events that happen in Vegas hotels. You might see a luxury brand advertising a huge Black Friday sale at a casino resort, but if they didn't get the proper permits, the event can be cancelled last minute. This has happened multiple times in Las Vegas, where shoppers showed up to a sale only to find out it was shut down by the authorities for not having the right paperwork. Law number 16. In North Carolina, it's illegal to camp overnight on store property without explicit permission. North Carolina has trespassing laws that apply to people camping outside stores for Black Friday. If you set up a tent or sleeping bag outside a store and the store hasn't given you permission to be there, you're trespassing. And if the cops show up, they can arrest you. This law exists because people were camping outside stores for days before Black Friday, and it created safety and sanitation issues. Stores didn't want to deal with it, so North Carolina made it clear. If the store doesn't allow camping, you can't camp. Some stores in North Carolina now offer official camping areas or wristband systems for early access. But if you just show up and pitch a tent without asking, you're breaking the law. Law number 17. In Oregon, scalping Black Friday deals online using bots is illegal under the state's technology crime laws. Oregon has laws against using automated systems to buy up products unfairly, and this applies to Black Friday online sales. If you use a bot to automatically purchase dozens of high-demand items the second they go on sale, you're breaking the law. Oregon considers this a form of computer fraud. The state passed this law because scalpers were using bots to buy up all the gaming consoles, graphics cards, and other hot items before real customers had a chance. Then they'd resell them at huge markups. Oregon decided that this was unfair and made it illegal. If you're caught using bots to scalp Black Friday deals in Oregon, you can be fined or even face criminal charges depending on the scale of your operation. Law number 18. In Tennessee, falsely pulling a fire alarm to clear out a store during Black Friday is a felony. Tennessee doesn't mess around with fake emergencies. If you pull a fire alarm to cause chaos, distract employees, or clear out a store so you or your friends can steal something, that's a felony. And we're not talking about a slap on the wrist. This can result in years in prison. There have been cases in Tennessee where groups of people planned Black Friday thefts that involved pulling fire alarms. When authorities caught them, they were charged with multiple felonies, including creating a false emergency and theft. So if you think pulling a fire alarm is a harmless prank or a clever distraction, Tennessee law will show you just how serious it is. Law number 19. In Indiana, stores can legally limit the number of items you purchase during doorbuster sales. Indiana law allows stores to impose purchase limits during special sales events, and they can enforce these limits however they want. If a store says you can only buy one TV during their Black Friday sale, and you try to buy two, they can refuse the second sale and even ban you from the store. This law protects stores from people who try to abuse sales by buying up all the stock. It also protects other customers by making sure deals are spread around. If you argue with store employees about purchase limits in Indiana, they have the legal right to refuse service and ask you to leave. And if you refuse to leave, that becomes trespassing. Law number 20. In Missouri, causing a disturbance during a Black Friday sale can result in immediate arrest. Missouri has laws against causing public disturbances, and these are heavily enforced during Black Friday. If you're yelling, being aggressive, or causing a scene during a sale, police can arrest you on the spot. You don't get a warning, you don't get asked to calm down, you just get arrested. This law came into play after several violent Black Friday incidents in Missouri, where people were fighting over merchandise. Authorities decided that the best way to handle it was to have a zero-tolerance policy. Now, during Black Friday in Missouri, police are stationed at major stores, and if they see someone causing trouble, that person is removed and arrested immediately. Law number 21. In Louisiana, stores are required to have security plans approved by local authorities before major sales events. Louisiana has a law that requires stores to submit security plans to local police departments before holding major sales events like Black Friday. These plans need to include details about crowd control, emergency exits, and security personnel. If a store doesn't submit a plan, or if their plan is inadequate, they can be fined or even shut down during the event. This law was created after a Black Friday incident where a store was so overcrowded that emergency services couldn't get inside when someone had a medical emergency. Louisiana decided that stores needed to plan better, so they made it a legal requirement. Now, if you shop on Black Friday in Louisiana, you can feel a little safer knowing that stores are required to have security measures in place. Law number 22. In Kentucky, using pepper spray or any weapon during Black Friday shopping is a serious felony. Kentucky has strict weapons laws, and using pepper spray or any weapon during a shopping event is considered assault with a weapon. Even if you claim you were just defending yourself or trying to get to a product, if you spray someone, you're looking at felony charges. There was a famous case in Kentucky where a woman used pepper spray on other shoppers to get to a video game console during a Black Friday sale. She was arrested and charged with multiple counts of assault. The case made national news, and Kentucky made it very clear: using any kind of weapon during shopping is illegal and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Law number 23. In Alabama, falsely claiming an item was on sale to get a discount is fraud. Alabama has consumer fraud laws that work both ways. While stores can't falsely advertise, customers also can't lie about prices. If you take an item to the register and claim it was marked at a lower price when it was ent, that's fraud. And if the store can prove you lied, they can press charges. This happens a lot on Black Friday when people switch price tags or move items to different sections and then claim they were in the sale area. Alabama stores have gotten smart about this. They use cameras and sometimes even tag items with special markers. If they catch you trying to commit pricing fraud, they will call the police and you'll be charged with theft by deception. Law number 24. In South Carolina, recording someone without their knowledge during Black Friday shopping can violate wiretapping laws. South Carolina has strict recording laws, and they apply to Black Friday shopping. If you record a conversation or interaction with another shopper or an employee without their knowledge, you could be violating state wiretapping laws. This is especially true if you're recording audio. A lot of people don't realize this, but South Carolina requires consent from all parties to record a conversation. So if you're walking around a store recording Black Friday chaos and you capture someone's conversation, you could technically be breaking the law. Most of the time this isn't enforced unless someone complains, but if you post a video online that gets someone in trouble or embarrasses them, they can come after you legally. Law number 25. In Colorado, selling counterfeit goods as real during Black Friday sales is a felony. Colorado has strong anti-counterfeiting laws, and they're enforced heavily during Black Friday. If you're selling fake designer bags, knockoff electronics, or counterfeit anything and claiming it's real, you can be charged with a felony. This applies to both stores and individual sellers. There have been cases in Colorado where pop-up shops during Black Friday were raided because they were selling counterfeit products. The owners were arrested and charged with felony fraud. Colorado takes intellectual property seriously, so if you're thinking about selling fake products during Black Friday in Colorado, just know that the state is actively looking for counterfeiters and will prosecute. Law number 26. In Minnesota, stores can be held liable for injuries during Black Friday if they don't take proper safety precautions. Minnesota has premises liability laws that hold stores responsible for customer safety. If someone gets injured during a Black Friday sale because the store was negligent, like not controlling crowds or not having enough security, the store can be sued and held liable. This law has resulted in several major lawsuits against Minnesota retailers. In one case, a customer was trampled during a Black Friday stampede, and they successfully sued the store for not having adequate crowd control measures. The customer won a huge settlement because the court found that the store knew Black Friday would be chaotic and didn't do enough to protect shoppers. Law number 27. In Wisconsin, using counterfeit coupons during Black Friday sales is a serious crime. Wisconsin has laws against coupon fraud, and they're enforced year-round, but especially during Black Friday when coupon usage spikes. If you use fake coupons, altered coupons, or expired coupons knowing they're not valid, you can be charged with fraud. Wisconsin stores have gotten really good at detecting fake coupons, and they work with law enforcement to prosecute offenders. During Black Friday, when people are trying to stack deals and save as much money as possible, some resort to using counterfeit coupons. But Wisconsin doesn't play around. If you're caught, you'll be banned from the store, charged with fraud, and you might even face jail time if the amount is significant. Law number 28. In Iowa, stores must honor advertised Black Friday prices even if they run out of stock. Iowa has truth in advertising laws that require stores to honor their advertised prices. If a store advertises a TV for $300 on Black Friday but runs out of stock, they're required to give you a rain check so you can buy it at that price when it's back in stock. If they refuse, they're breaking the law. This law protects consumers from bait and switch tactics where stores advertise amazing deals but only have a few items in stock. Iowa says that if you advertise it, you have to honor it, even if it means losing money on later sales. This makes Black Friday shopping in Iowa a little less frustrating because you know you'll eventually get the deal even if you don't get the item that day. Law number 29. In Kansas, participating in an organized rush or stampede into a store is illegal. Kansas has laws against mob action, and these apply to Black Friday shopping. If a group of people organize to rush into a store when doors open and someone gets hurt, everyone in that group can be charged with a crime. Even if you didn't personally hurt anyone, just being part of an organized rush is illegal. This law was created after several Black Friday stampedes in Kansas resulted in injuries. Authorities decided that the best way to prevent future incidents was to make it illegal to participate in organized rushes. Now, Kansas stores work with police to monitor crowds, and anyone who appears to be organizing a rush can be stopped before doors even open. Law number 30. In Arkansas, sleeping in your car in a store parking lot for Black Friday without permission is trespassing. Arkansas has parking lot laws that give stores control over who can stay on their property. If you plan to sleep in your car overnight in a store parking lot to be first in line for Black Friday, you need permission from the store. If you don't have permission and you're still there when the store checks, you can be charged with trespassing. Some Arkansas stores are cool about it and allow people to camp in their cars, while others have strict no overnight parking policies. The problem is that if you don't ask and you just assume it's okay, you could wake up to police knocking on your window telling you to leave or face arrest. So always check with store management before you decide to spend the night in a parking lot. Law number 31. In Mississippi, stores can ban you for life for any reason during Black Friday, and you must comply. Mississippi has property rights laws that give stores broad authority to ban customers. If a store decides they don't want you on their property anymore, even if you didn't break any laws, they can ban you. And if you come back after being banned, that's criminal trespassing. This law gets used a lot during Black Friday when stores are dealing with difficult customers. If you're being rude, aggressive, or just annoying, the store can ban you permanently. And unlike some states where there's a process or you can appeal, in Mississippi the store's decision is final. So if you get banned from a Walmart in Mississippi on Black Friday, you're never shopping at that Walmart again. Law number 32. In Oklahoma, using children to hold your place in line while you shop is considered child endangerment in certain situations. Oklahoma has child welfare laws that can be applied to Black Friday shopping. If you leave your child in line, especially outside in cold weather or in a crowded, chaotic situation, while you go shop or do something else, you can be charged with child endangerment or neglect. This law is enforced when authorities believe a child is in danger. There have been cases in Oklahoma where parents left young kids outside stores in freezing temperatures to hold their place in line, and those parents were arrested. Oklahoma takes child safety seriously, so if you're planning to bring your kids Black Friday shopping, make sure you're supervising them properly and not putting them in dangerous situations. Law number 33. In New Mexico, bribing a store employee to hold items for you before a Black Friday sale is illegal. New Mexico has anti-bribery and corruption laws that apply to retail situations. If you offer money or gifts to a store employee to hide products for you before a Black Friday sale starts, both you and the employee can be charged with bribery and theft. This happens more often than you'd think. People try to get employees to set aside high-demand items before the sale, and they offer cash or other incentives. But New Mexico law treats this as corruption, and stores actively work with law enforcement to catch people doing it. If you're caught bribing an employee in New Mexico, you'll be banned from the store and possibly charged with a crime. Law number 34. In West Virginia, stores must provide accessible shopping accommodations during Black Friday sales. West Virginia enforces ADA compliance strictly, and this includes Black Friday sales. Stores must ensure that disabled customers have equal access to deals. If a store sets up Black Friday displays in a way that blocks wheelchair access, or if they don't provide assistance to disabled shoppers, they can be fined. This law is important because during Black Friday, stores sometimes get so chaotic that accessibility goes out the window. But West Virginia says that's not acceptable. Disabled customers have the right to shop just like everyone else, and stores must make accommodations. If you're a disabled shopper in West Virginia and a store isn't accommodating you during Black Friday, you can file a complaint and the store can face serious penalties. Law number 35. In Montana, price gouging during Black Friday or any major shopping event is illegal. Montana has price gouging laws that prevent stores from raising prices on essential items during emergencies or major events. While Black Friday isn't technically an emergency, Montana applies these laws to prevent stores from artificially inflating prices and then claiming they're offering deals. If a store in Montana raises the price of an item right before Black Friday and then discounts it back to the original price, that's illegal. Consumers can report this to the state attorney general and stores can be investigated and fined. Montana wants to make sure that Black Friday deals are real deals, not just marketing tricks. Law number 36. In Vermont, stores must clearly mark Black Friday items as limited quantity or face false advertising charges. Vermont has strict advertising laws and they require transparency during sales. If a store advertises a Black Friday deal but only has a tiny number of that item in stock, they must clearly state that in the advertisement. If they don't, consumers can file complaints for false advertising. This law came about because stores were advertising products heavily, getting people to show up and then claiming they only had 5 units. Vermont decided that was misleading and made it illegal. Now, Vermont stores have to be upfront about inventory, which means shoppers have a better idea of whether it's worth showing up for a particular deal. Law number 37. In Hawaii, blocking traffic or parking illegally during Black Friday shopping can result in immediate towing and fines. Hawaii has strict traffic and parking laws, and they're enforced aggressively during Black Friday. If you double park, block a fire lane, or park illegally because you're in a hurry to get into a store, your car will be towed. And the towing fees in Hawaii are expensive. The reason Hawaii is so strict about this is because the islands have limited space and traffic congestion is already a major problem. During Black Friday, when everyone is trying to get to the same stores at the same time, illegal parking creates chaos. So Hawaii police work with towing companies to keep parking areas clear, and they have zero tolerance for illegal parking. Law number 38. In Alaska, certain remote areas require permits for large-scale Black Friday events due to infrastructure limitations. Alaska has unique challenges because of its geography and infrastructure. In some remote areas, stores need special permits to hold large Black Friday events because the local infrastructure can't handle huge crowds. This includes things like plumbing, electricity, and emergency services. If a store in rural Alaska wants to hold a major Black Friday sale, they need to get approval from local authorities to make sure the area can handle it. If they don't get permits and something goes wrong, like the power goes out or there's a medical emergency and help can't get there, the store can be held liable and face serious fines. Law number 39. In Delaware, sales tax regulations are different, and stores must clearly communicate this during Black Friday. Delaware is one of the few states with no sales tax, which makes Black Friday shopping there really popular, but stores still need to follow specific pricing regulations. They must clearly show the final price of items, and they can't add surprise fees at checkout. The reason this matters is because people from neighboring states come to Delaware for Black Friday specifically because there's no sales tax. If stores tried to add hidden fees, that would defeat the purpose and violate consumer protection laws. Delaware makes sure that what you see is what you pay, which makes shopping there during Black Friday a lot less stressful. Law number 40. In South Dakota, organized groups buying up all stock of an item can be investigated for anti-competitive behavior. South Dakota has laws against monopolistic behavior, and these can apply to Black Friday shopping. If a group of people or a business buys up all the stock of a specific item with the intention of reselling it at higher prices, they can be investigated and charged. This law targets scalpers who work in teams to clear out inventory. South Dakota authorities have actually investigated Black Friday shopping groups that coordinated to buy out entire stocks of gaming consoles and other high-demand items. If convicted, these groups can face fines and be banned from retail establishments. Law number 41. In North Dakota, stores must have adequate heating during Black Friday if customers are waiting outside. North Dakota gets extremely cold, and the state has laws requiring businesses to provide safe conditions for customers. If a store is making people wait outside for a Black Friday sale in freezing temperatures, they must provide heated waiting areas or limit wait times. If a store violates this and someone suffers cold-related injuries like frostbite, the store can be held liable. North Dakota takes this seriously because people have actually gotten hypothermia while waiting in Black Friday lines. So stores either have to let people wait inside, provide heated tents, or use a ticket system that doesn't require long outdoor waits. Law number 42. In Idaho, hunting or carrying firearms into stores during Black Friday is prohibited in certain jurisdictions. Idaho is generally gun-friendly, but some cities and stores have specific rules during Black Friday. Certain jurisdictions prohibit open carry during major shopping events because of safety concerns. If you bring a gun into a store that has posted no weapons signs, you can be charged with trespassing. This law exists because authorities don't want armed conflicts during the chaos of Black Friday shopping. Even in Idaho, where gun rights are important, the safety of large crowds takes priority. So if you normally carry, check local rules and store policies before going Black Friday shopping in Idaho. Law number 43. In Wyoming, leaving your car running unattended in a parking lot during Black Friday shopping is illegal in some towns. Wyoming has anti-idling laws in certain municipalities, and these are enforced during Black Friday. If you leave your car running while you shop, even if it's cold outside, you can be fined. The law is designed to prevent car theft and reduce emissions. During Black Friday, when parking lots are packed and people are in a hurry, some shoppers leave their cars running so they stay warm. But in Wyoming towns with anti-idling laws, police patrol parking lots and ticket violators. So either turn off your car or sit in it with the heat on, but don't leave it running while you shop. Law number 44. In Utah, stores cannot discriminate in who gets access to Black Friday deals based on appearance or demographics. Utah has strict anti-discrimination laws that apply to retail settings. Stores cannot deny someone access to Black Friday deals or treat them differently based on race, religion, appearance, or any other protected characteristic. If they do, they can be sued and fined. This law came into play when some Utah stores were accused of profiling certain customers during Black Friday and either following them around or denying them access to sale items. Utah made it very clear that discrimination during sales events is illegal and will be prosecuted, so all customers have equal rights to shop and get deals. Law number 45. In Nebraska, creating fake online reviews for Black Friday deals is illegal under consumer fraud laws. Nebraska has laws against fake reviews and false advertising. If you're paid by a store to write positive reviews for their Black Friday deals, or if you write fake negative reviews about competitors, you can be charged with consumer fraud. Nebraska takes online reviews seriously because they influence shopping decisions. During Black Friday, when people are researching deals online, fake reviews can mislead them into making bad purchases. Nebraska has prosecuted both individuals and businesses for fake review schemes, and the penalties include fines and potential jail time for repeat offenders. Law number 46. In Connecticut, stores must allow customers to use bathrooms during Black Friday events or face health code violations. Connecticut has public accommodation laws that require stores to provide bathroom access to customers during business hours. During Black Friday, when stores are packed and people are there for hours, denying bathroom access can result in health code violations and fines. Some stores tried to lock bathrooms during Black Friday to prevent theft or vandalism, but Connecticut ruled that this violates public health laws. If a customer requests bathroom access and is denied, they can file a complaint with the health department. The store can then be inspected and fined if they're found to be in violation. So Connecticut stores have to keep bathrooms available even during the chaos of Black Friday. Law number 47. In New Jersey, inflating prices before Black Friday to make discounts look bigger is illegal and punishable by law. New Jersey has some of the strictest consumer protection laws in the country. If a store raises prices in the weeks leading up to Black Friday just so they can offer fake discounts, that's illegal. New Jersey actively monitors pricing and investigates complaints. The way this works is that New Jersey tracks pricing data throughout the year. If they see that a store suddenly raised prices right before Black Friday and then dropped them back down claiming it's a sale, they can prosecute the store for deceptive practices. Stores caught doing this face hefty fines and can be required to refund customers. New Jersey doesn't mess around with fake discounts. Law number 48. In Maryland, line jumping that leads to physical altercations can result in assault charges for everyone involved. Maryland has strict laws about fighting in public, and these apply to Black Friday shopping. If line jumping leads to a physical fight, everyone involved can be charged with assault, not just the person who threw the first punch. Maryland uses a mutual combat law, which means if you willingly participate in a fight, you're guilty. This law discourages people from getting physical over Black Friday deals. Even if someone cuts in front of you and you feel justified in confronting them, if it turns physical, you're both going to jail. Maryland police are stationed at major stores during Black Friday specifically to break up altercations and arrest people who fight. So if someone cuts in line, your best bet is to report it to security, not take matters into your own hands. Law number 49. In Virginia, stores can be sued if their Black Friday advertisements are intentionally misleading. Virginia has consumer protection laws that allow customers to sue stores for false advertising. If a store advertises a Black Friday deal that's intentionally misleading, like advertising a TV at a certain price but requiring you to buy additional items to get that price, customers can take legal action. Virginia courts have sided with consumers in several Black Friday advertising cases. In one famous case, a store advertised laptops at a very low price but didn't mention that the price required signing up for a monthly subscription service. A customer sued and won because the advertisement was deemed misleading. Virginia makes it clear that Black Friday ads need to be honest and transparent. Law number 50. In Washington, D.C., organizing flash mobs to overwhelm stores during Black Friday sales is illegal. Washington, D.C. has laws against organizing flash mobs for illegal purposes, and this includes overwhelming stores during Black Friday. If you organize a large group of people to rush a store, grab merchandise, and leave, that's considered organized retail theft, and it's a serious crime. D.C. has prosecuted several flash mob organizers who coordinated Black Friday thefts through social media. The organizers faced felony charges including conspiracy, theft, and inciting a riot. Even participants who didn't organize the event but knowingly participated faced criminal charges. Washington, D.C. monitors social media during Black Friday season to identify and prevent these organized theft events. So there you have it. 50 laws that prove Black Friday isn't just about getting deals. It's about navigating a legal minefield where one wrong move can get you arrested, fined, or banned from stores for life. The craziest part is that most people have no idea these laws exist. They just show up thinking it's a free-for-all, and then they're shocked when security escorts them out or police show up. The real question is, why do we even put ourselves through this? Black Friday has become this weird cultural phenomenon where we're willing to risk our safety and freedom for discounted electronics and cheap TVs. We camp outside in freezing weather. We fight strangers over toasters. We potentially break laws we didn't even know existed. All for what? To save $100 on something we probably don't need? But here's the thing. Knowing these laws actually gives you power. You can shop smarter, avoid situations that could get you in trouble, and maybe even protect yourself from stores trying to pull shady moves. Like, if you're shopping in California and a store doesn't honor their advertised price, you now know they're breaking the law and you can report them. Or if you're in Massachusetts and you see a store making employees work on Thanksgiving without triple pay, you know that's illegal. These laws exist for a reason. Most of them were created because something bad happened. Someone got hurt, someone got scammed, or chaos got out of control. So they're actually meant to protect us, even if they seem weird or overly specific. The problem is that nobody tells us about them until it's too late. Black Friday shopping is wild enough without accidentally breaking laws you didn't know existed. From Rhode Island banning stores from opening on Thanksgiving to Washington, D.C. prosecuting flash mob organizers, these 50 laws show just how regulated this shopping holiday actually is. Some of these laws protect consumers, like Iowa requiring stores to honor advertised prices even when they run out of stock. Others protect workers, like Massachusetts requiring triple pay for holiday work. And some just try to prevent the absolute chaos that Black Friday has become, like Georgia prosecuting people for shoving others to get to deals. The biggest takeaway here is that Black Friday isn't the lawless free-for-all it seems like. Every state has rules, every store has policies, and breaking them can have real consequences. You could face fines, criminal charges, store bans, or even jail time depending on what you do and where you are. And the worst part is that these laws change by state and sometimes even by city, so what's legal in one place might get you arrested in another. But now you know. You know that camping outside a store in North Carolina requires permission. You know that using bots to buy products in Oregon is illegal. You know that pulling a fire alarm in Tennessee is a felony. You know that price gouging in Montana will get stores investigated. And you know that in pretty much every state, getting physical with other shoppers will land you in legal trouble. So this Black Friday, shop smart. Know your rights as a consumer, but also know the laws you need to follow. Check return policies, don't use fake coupons, don't cut in line, and definitely don't pepper spray anyone over a video game console, because no deal is worth getting arrested, and no discount is worth a criminal record. The stores want your money, but they also want order. The states want economic activity, but they also want safety. And you just want deals without drama. Understanding these 50 laws helps you get what you want while avoiding what you don't. Legal trouble, store bans, and viral videos of you being escorted out by security. Black Friday can actually be fun if you go in prepared, know what to expect, and understand the rules. These laws might seem excessive, but they exist because people have done truly insane things for discounts. From stampedes to theft to actual riots, Black Friday has a dark history. These laws are trying to prevent that history from repeating itself. So whether you're planning to camp outside Best Buy at midnight or just casually browse online deals from your couch, remember that laws apply either way. In-store shopping has physical safety laws and crowd control regulations. Online shopping has bot prevention laws and fraud protections. You can't escape the rules just by staying home. And honestly, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we need these laws to remind us that Black Friday is just shopping. It's not war, it's not survival, it's not life or death. It's just stuff on sale, and stuff is never worth risking your freedom, your safety, or your dignity. This year, be the person who gets deals without getting arrested. Be the person who saves money without breaking laws. Be the person who has Black Friday stories about great purchases, not legal nightmares. Because trust me, the story of how you got a cheap TV is way less interesting than the story of how you got banned from Target or arrested for disorderly conduct. Use this knowledge to protect yourself, shop responsibly, and maybe even educate other shoppers who don't know these laws exist. If you see someone about to do something illegal, maybe give them a heads up. If a store is violating consumer protection laws, report them. If you see unsafe conditions, alert authorities. We can all make Black Friday safer and more fair by actually understanding and following these rules. And if you're thinking that all of this sounds too complicated and you'd rather just skip Black Friday altogether, honestly, that's valid too. Cyber Monday exists. Regular sales exist. You don't have to participate in this madness if you don't want to. But if you do participate, at least now you're informed about what you're getting into legally. The American shopping experience has become this bizarre spectacle where we celebrate consumerism by literally fighting each other and potentially committing crimes for discounts. These 50 laws are society's attempt to add some structure to that chaos. They're not perfect, they're not always enforced consistently, and they definitely don't stop all the problems. But they exist, they're real, and breaking them has real consequences. So as you plan your Black Friday strategy, add "Don't break the law" to your list right next to get there early and charge your phone. Because the best Black Friday is one where you get good deals and go home without any legal issues. That's not asking for much, but based on these 50 laws, apparently it's something we need to be reminded of. Stay safe out there, know your rights, follow the rules, and remember that at the end of the day, it's just shopping. No product is worth more than your freedom, your safety, or your peace of mind. These laws exist because people forgot that simple truth. Don't be one of those people. Be smart, be informed, and have a Black Friday that's memorable for the right reasons. Whether you're braving the crowds in New York, camping outside a store in Arizona, or shopping online in Oregon, you now know what's legal and what's not. You know which states protect consumers and which states protect stores. You know where you can camp, where you can film, and where you absolutely cannot pepper spray anyone. And that knowledge makes you a better, safer, and more informed Black Friday shopper. The laws might seem crazy, but Black Friday behavior is crazier. These regulations are just trying to keep up with the insanity that happens every year on the day after Thanksgiving. From fights over flat-screen TVs to organized theft rings, from fake coupons to price gouging, from stampedes to pepper spray attacks. All of these laws exist because all of these things actually happened. So when you're standing in line this Black Friday and you're tempted to cut ahead, remember Pennsylvania's disorderly conduct law. When you're thinking about camping outside a store, remember North Carolina's trespassing laws. When you see an amazing deal online, remember Oregon's anti-bot laws. And when someone bumps into you in a crowded store, remember that in Georgia, shoving them back is battery. These aren't just random rules made to annoy shoppers. They're protections, boundaries, and consequences designed to make Black Friday less dangerous and more fair. You might not agree with all of them, but they're the law, and ignorance isn't an excuse. The most important thing to remember is that these 50 laws are just examples. There are probably hundreds more specific regulations across different cities, counties, and municipalities. Every location has its own quirks, its own rules, and its own enforcement policies. What I've shared here is just scratching the surface of the legal landscape of Black Friday shopping. But even knowing just these 50 gives you a massive advantage. You know more than most shoppers who just show up thinking common sense will guide them. You know that Black Friday has legal boundaries, and you know where some of those boundaries are. That makes you better prepared for the chaos. And maybe, just maybe, if enough people knew about these laws, Black Friday would be less chaotic in the first place. Maybe people would think twice before getting aggressive. Maybe stores would think twice before running shady promotions. Maybe we'd all treat Black Friday like what it actually is. A shopping day with rules, not a lawless battle for discounts. So take this information, use it wisely, and share it with anyone you know who's planning to shop on Black Friday. The more people who understand these laws, the safer and fairer Black Friday becomes for everyone. And who knows, maybe next year there will be fewer viral videos of Black Friday fights and more stories of people actually enjoying the shopping experience. Until then, remember these 50 laws, shop responsibly, and don't do anything that would make you the subject of the next Black Friday horror story. Because trust me, no discount is worth becoming a cautionary tale. Good luck out there, stay safe, and may your Black Friday be filled with great deals and zero legal problems. If this helped you avoid a Black Friday disaster, subscribe so you don't miss more laws that could save you from trouble.